Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I pack for a week-long trip. My family is going to stay at a lake cabin for a week, so I am going to go through everything that I am packing and explain to you my process. Okay, so when packing for a trip, some of the things I like to consider ahead of time are the general weather, the activities that we're going to be doing, the places that we're going to be staying, the kind of amenities that those places have, because those all affect what I have to bring. So there's some things that I bring on every trip, like toothpaste and deodorant and that kind of stuff. But there are things that I bring based on some of those other factors that I just listed. So those are helpful things to consider, along with the mode of travel. Because if you are traveling somewhere on a plane, you are limited to just a couple bags, depending on the airline and what they provide and what you want to pay for. If you're driving in a car, unless you're carpooling with a ton of people, which might be your situation, but if you're just riding with a couple people, you probably have more space in your vehicle than you would have if you were flying. So I like to keep that in mind too. For this example, I am riding with my husband and my dog, and we are taking an SUV. So we have a decent amount of space for our stuff. Now, that doesn't mean I want to go crazy and pack all the things, because then I have to carry all of those things and I have to pack all of those things and I have to remember to pack them back in my bag when we're leaving. But it does mean that I don't have to be ruthless in cutting out a whole bunch of stuff from my bag, which is great. I tend to maybe overpack just a smidge because I'm the kind of person that wants to have all my bases covered and be prepared for all situations for myself and for the people who are with me. So I might pack a little bit more than the average human, but I generally do use like 95-97% of it, and I think that's a pretty good percentage. I'm not packing everything but the kitchen sink, but I'm not packing just the bare essentials and having to do without things while I'm on my trip as well. So that's some of the background information. One thing that you can consider is collaborating with people that you are traveling with so that you don't have to bring duplicate items. For instance, if someone's bringing full-size bottles of shampoo and conditioner, not everyone needs to bring shampoo and conditioner. Or if one person is bringing, all the meat, well, then you don't have to pack the meat. So there are just certain things that you can consider from a collaborative point of view, if that's something that you can do. I'm kind of picky with some of the things that I bring, especially food-wise and like personal care products. So I do bring my own, but I bring enough to share in case other people forget theirs. So that's kind of some of that collaborative thought. And then this is my messy kind of unpacked bag right now that I just piled a bunch of stuff in. You'll see the final product in a little bit. We'll get to that. But first, I just put together a list, and I'll show you guys that list in just a minute, of the things that I want to bring. That way, when I'm out, when I'm busy doing something else, and I think, oh my gosh, wait, I need to remember to pack a flashlight because I forgot a flashlight last year. I can put it on my list so that when I'm home, I remember to pack it, instead of just running around the house last minute trying to think, what do I need to pack? Do I have everything in there? Am I forgetting anything? I always feel like I'm forgetting things if I do it that way. So I've learned that putting a list together ahead of time is a huge lifesaver for me. And you can totally see my list. Feel free. So I will show you guys my list here. Okay, so you saw my list. It had a wide variety of things on it. And from there, I start throwing things in my bag. And it becomes this colossal pile behind me because I'm still adding things to it. And occasionally I have to take things out of it if I forgot that I needed to use them. For instance, if I pack my jewelry too early, sometimes I want to pull out a pair of earrings, or maybe I want to pull out a pair of shoes that I already packed or something like that. So it actually helps me to not have it packed really tightly too far in advance. So I just kind of start sticking things in my bag as I'm going, and it just brings down the stress level knowing that I'm getting things in my bag, and the list of things that I have yet to pack is getting shorter and shorter, which is great. So then when I have almost everything in there, aside from the things that maybe I still need to use the morning that we're leaving, for instance, like a toothbrush or makeup, I can pack everything else in my bag more tightly. And the way I do that is by using packing cubes. I bought a set on Amazon a couple years ago, and you guys, they are lifesavers. It truly saves me from having to dig through my bag, pulling everything out just to find that one shirt that I wanted, or to figure out where my deodorant fell to. So I will show you guys some of those here. I just have them in a pile on my floor at the moment, but they come in different sizes. Like this was all a set. So there's this one that I often use to put a couple pairs of shoes in. There's this one that's good for like undergarments. This one's got a mesh top and little elastic bands, and so I'll put like shirts or shorts in that one. And then there's another one like that too. That's a little bit bigger, but at the same concept. And then I have a separate like large bag that I put dirty laundry in, because I like to keep my dirty laundry clean, or separate from my clean laundry. So I have all of those bags, and then I just take what's in my duffel bag right now, or my suitcase, in a big messy pile, and I put it in these compartments, and then I fit it into my suitcase like that. I like to fold my clothes in a specific way because I find that they stay better. They fit better in my suitcase that way. So this is a cardigan, so it's gonna be like a little difficult to see. Let me back you up a little bit, and then you can see me better. So with a cardigan, I would fold it in half so that the sleeves are together on one side and the body's like this, and then I fold the sleeves in, and then I lay it down on my floor or on my lap or on the floor, and then I just roll it. I like rolling everything when I'm packing, because then I can pack things together a lot tighter than I can if I just, you know, fold a t-shirt in half or ball stuff up. I think it's really helpful to roll things like that. Now, really big bulky things like sweatshirts or jean jackets might not do super well with that method, just because they're so thick. So that's one thing to take into consideration, is limit your bulky items. And you could consider wearing your bulkiest things so that you don't have to pack them into your bag. I like doing that, especially if I'm flying. I'll wear my bulky sweatshirt and my bulkiest pair of shoes so that I don't have to pack them in my bag. And these bags are helpful for that too, for keeping things like your shoes away from your clothes. If your shoes get dirty, then you don't have them rubbing against all of your clean clothes and getting those gross. So that's really helpful to me. And I do have a toiletry bag that has a lot of things in it all the time. It has duplicates of some things so that I don't always have to take, you know, my deodorant from home and travel with it, because it makes me far less likely to forget things. If I have certain items like shampoo and conditioner and soap and a razor and toothbrush and toothpaste and floss, all of that stuff lives in this bag. So I just have to remember this bag. And then I add certain things like makeup and jewelry. But it's really helpful to just have a second set of things ready to go, because it's so much faster. I simply check periodically that I'm not running low on things, but that way I'm not taking everything from my bathroom or my bedroom and trying to remember to pack it all and having to pack it all last minute because I'm still using it. It's really helpful to have something like this ready to go at all times. So those are my tips for you. I'm just gonna go through some things that you might want to consider packing for a week at the lake if you have a trip like mine. So we've got bug spray. I've got a couple different kinds of bug spray, just for different needs, different levels of bugs. Sunscreen. I've got a few different kinds of sunscreen in here as well. There's one tube in there that I'm just trying to finish up because that's my life. But we've got regular sunscreen. We've got face sunscreen because it's got some tint in it and it doesn't make me feel weird about putting real sunscreen on my face. It's going to make me break out. And we've got spray sunscreen because that's what my hubby likes. So we've got all of that. We've got aloe because, you know, no matter how much sunscreen you use, you might burn if you're at the lake for a week. We've got some lotion to keep our skin nice and hydrated. We've got some, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting what this is called? This is ridiculous. Hand sanitizer. Yeah, that thing that we're being told to use a lot to keep our hands clean. Because if you keep it outside, it's a lot easier, sometimes and more convenient than going inside and washing your hands with soap and water, even though I do prefer that. It's a nice backup to have. A little umbrella in case you go for a walk and get caught in the rain. It's super small, not that hard to carry or anything. Of course, like all of your clothes and stuff, and I'm not going to go through all of that. You know how to pack your own clothes. Nice little sun hat for sitting at the beach and not burning your skin or your scalp. Part of my hair is the first thing that burns. So if you're a girl like that or a guy like that, maybe you get a nice little hat to protect the top of your head. Your scalp will thank you. And, oh, this one I love. A nice little outlet adapter. It just plugs into a grounded outlet, and then you get all these outlets, and some of them are just direct USB ones, so you can charge all the things all at once, which is fabulous when you're limited on outlet space. I think that's most of it. We've got towels and clothes and stuff in here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That and, you know, your food and dishes if you need to bring dishes, towels. I have so many towels. I actually bought some awesome microfiber ones that I'm excited about because they're so much smaller. Look at that. They're so much more compact and they're supposed to dry faster. I'm so excited to use them. I'm kind of a nerd about that. So yeah, that's how I pack for my vacation. Now I'm going to actually pack all this stuff in there, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. You guys, I got all of it to fit. I'm kind of amazed, not gonna lie. It was a lot of stuff, especially when I remembered that my shirts were still hanging up in the closet, which reminds me of some additional tips I thought of while I was packing. The first one is that I like setting my clothes out about a week or so in advance to make sure that I have enough clean clothes to pack, because there's nothing worse than trying to pack a day before a trip and realizing that some of the stuff I want is in the laundry. Because a lot of my shirts and dresses and even some of my shorts, actually a lot of my clothes hang dry or dry flat. So I wouldn't have time to wash and dry them if I realized only a day or two before a trip that everything I needed was dirty. So I like to set my clothes out about a week ahead of time to make sure that I have plenty of time to do laundry if I need to. But I don't pack them in a bag. I don't fold them or roll them that early, because then they're packed up all tight and they're probably going to get wrinkly. So that's one of the tips that I have for you guys. And also that helps you not like wear them the few days before your trip and dirty things that you then realize that you wanted to wear. Whoops. So that's super helpful. And then to kind of categorize things as you're packing, which I honestly didn't do super duper well with this one. I packed some strange things together just to get them to fit in the organizers, but you can always redo it. You can always move some things around and see what works for you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I thought there's something else, but now I don't remember. Story of my life. So I hope you guys like that. I hope that helps you. If you have any questions about packing for your own trip, I'd love to help you out. So let me know. And if there's anything else you'd like to see, let me know that too. Just put it in the comments below. All right, guys. Talk to you again soon. Bye.